Welcome to Top Empowerment for day 2. And again, I have to start off with thanking our sponsors today. Nedbank, this year's gold sponsor, Multichoice, Celsi, and KZN Convention Bureau, they have made this 2-day event possible.
And welcome back everybody to day 2 of the Top Empowerment Virtual Summit. So we want you as a community to keep driving transformation and empowerment. And we're just a vehicle to bring this ecosystem together.
The one is that small businesses are quite often created because people need to survive one way or the other, and they can't get accommodated in the normal, well, let's call it the mainstream economy. That's one reason why small businesses are important, simply to keep people alive.
What is the strategic role of business, the private sector, in this journey? What is the strategic role of our institutions of higher learning?
We started our business in a room in LX with a vision to build a shoe brand that Africans can proudly affiliate with. And right at the core of our mission is to reignite hope and create sustainable jobs.
We know that the fastest and the most critical brain development stage of a child is the first 1,000 days.
In this input, I would like to challenge the assumption which considers the current education system as a given, and then postulate and say, how can we make the system work better?
Government was very deliberate in ensuring that all the stumbling blocks that were stopping children from going to school were dealt with at policy level.
At Multichoice, we believe in empowerment that makes a real impact in the lives of South Africans.
And it's been amazing to see all this innovation in the midst of a pandemic. So I think our people are creative. They just need to get that support, and we need to, as private businesses, to come to the table and not expect government to just, play that role.
Our desire and our dream is to see everybody in the world, regardless of, which country you're from or your income bracket. We want to see people gain access to the internet.
It's based, right? Brands can show and highlight society's challenges in a very authentic manner.
And the big push we're getting from brands is that we have to be able to prioritize a sense of purpose. So beyond having a healthy balance sheet, how are we empowering the society?
And that's why transformation is very important in the space, because it shapes the culture of society.
Right? So how do you take people from a very informal economy, not registered for SARS, not formalized as a business, don't have a bank account, into be included in the economy?
We can change people's mindset on that. If we can get people to better understand how to use connectivity and bandwidth and use it in an economic way, know that they're not going to run out by the end of the month, find ways to do that. Find other ways to drive down the cost of connectivity. That's vital.
I think the people who bring a fresh perspective, a fresh eye, who haven't been dipped in whatever juice that organization dips its people in, actually bring a perspective that ought to be heard.
This is like a high schools related parenting teacher issue that we've got to get around. Why is it not okay to have a side hustle? Like, why can't we glorify hustles here? Why are you a pariah if you have something on the side?
I think the first change that we've seen is one that was really driven by necessity and concern, right? You think about it and put your consumer hat on. You need something, but the store is either closed or you want to protect yourself. So you're either looking to shift and do that in an e-commerce space, or you're going to change the way that you pay.
To this conversation as well, which is there is the customer base that is eagerly wanting to move and embrace digital. So I'd say to businesses, although it might seem overwhelming, do make the time investment to learn about how you could better meet the needs of customers these days and how you can engage with new customers online.
Well, we've come to the end of our program, our 2-day intensive deep dive into transformation. Really at a very, very difficult time in our country, one that I would not have imagined myself seeing yet again. But we've held on strong, and we are hopeful, and we are here to put in the work that's required.